So, Fernie, anything interesting happened to you so far this year?
I became an uncle.
How?
I don't know. Well, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, they
Um,
go to Pound Town on each other, and then boom, child.
fucking Christ. So folks, something that will not be made readily available on social media. I'm not gonna do an announcement on the channel, but I'm a dad. Yeah, Ollie was born.
Allegedly.
Fuck you. He has my nose. Um, but yeah, I have officially graduated from just being an attractive male to being a DILF. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to live with that responsibility, but I will do my best.
It's not nice to lie to the people.
Hmm. I did learn a very interesting lesson though already. Um,
What?
I
Not to leave your kid alone in the car?
yeah, what the fuck? No. Um,
What? We don't all know that?
so there's been like three things I've learned so far that I didn't know before. One, no amount of energy drinks will substitute sleep. Like fuck, man. Um,
Oh yeah, you fell asleep on the shitter.
Christ, and Bernie is not lying, folks. That's the messed up part. There's that. There's dad rage is real. Like someone cut me off with Ollie in the car and like everything in the back of my head to my neck went like blood red hot. Like
I mean, I get road rage regardless if there's a child in the car.
no, but it's like it's a different level. Like it's like you fucking idiot to like I'm gonna kill this person. Like I don't know how to describe it, but like you get angrier whether you know that's real or not, but you get madder. Um What else? There's those two things. Oh, and you learn how to micro sleep. Like Jesus Christ, like an hour nap does wonders when you're so exhausted.
I mean, that's all you need, just an hour.
Yeah. But no, I mean for the most part, good things, changing your life. They make it really emotional and like on shit that you were never emotional before. It's weird. In a
Hey,
good
you
way.
know what's funny? There is one other person I've heard say that.
What? Who?
Johnny Knoxville.
What do you mean? How so?
He said when he had kids, he became like an emotional pussy.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? If Knoxville said it, I can say it too. Yeah, no, he's right.
He's like, everything made me cry.
Like even music that never made you cry before, you hear it differently now.
It Pop That Pussy? Did that make you cry?
That and Sexy Chick. I don't know why, but I just did.
I just imagine you crying, mumbling the words, "Pop that pussy, pop that pussy, baby."
Fucking Christ. Let's talk about wrestling.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, we talk about wrestling on here.
yeah, we're supposed to be talking about wrestling. But yeah, shit. Okay, so stuff happened.
WWE beat the shit out of AEW again.
In their Netflix debut. We just had the first Raw on Netflix, and there were some ups and downs and in-betweens. There was a lot going on.
Well, let me start with my criticism because I think I'm fair. I criticize WWE when it's warranted. Though my biggest criticism with the first night on Raw, first, not enough wrestling. There could have been more wrestling. Uh, I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of commercials.
I agree. Well, did you hear some of the criticism for main event, Saturday night's main event, was that there was only 56 minutes of actual like wrestling and stuff, and there was
But that one was airing on NBC.
yes.
Like it wasn't a Peacock exclusive. That's where people were like, "What the fuck? Why is there why is there ads?" It's because it's being aired from live TV.
Yeah, that threw me off too. I didn't know if with Netflix we were not going to be getting ads. Like I was curious about that.
I mean, it's a worldwide traded company, Eddie. You think you're not gonna get ads?
I mean, if Netflix is paying you how much a year, I would assume that we're not getting ads. But
And the advertisers are like, "Hey, we'll pay you this much."
uh What? So that's another thing. Like, okay, I don't know about you. The ring mat bugs me, and I'll be honest, it would bug me
I
if it was
like
an
the black
AEW
ring
thing.
mat.
I like the black ring mat. I don't like the advertisements.
I mean,
I get it.
Mexico has advertisements on theirs. Japan also does.
Yeah, I know, but look, I don't like advertisements on my ring. Look, if it's, I would criticize AEW for the same thing, and if they
AEW
did,
wishes
I'm
they
gonna
had
criticize them.
advertisements on their rig, but nobody wants to fucking advertise with them.
But that's what I'm saying. Look, if they did have advertisements, it would bug me. I don't like ring advertisements on the fucking on the Tron on the side,
Apron.
fine. But like, remember when I think what was it? It was Cheerios. You know, Cheerios sponsored Royal Rumble match. Like, really, really, the Seven Up Mountain Dew Bray Wyatt Firefly match. Like, God damn it, why?
It
Like,
was
I get
midnight.
it.
It was midnight black or midnight. It was
Yeah.
something midnight.
Like don't you have enough money already? Like, do you need to sell?
No.
God damn it, man.
You want these wrestlers to get paid or what?
Dude, okay,
That's how they get paid.
at this point, okay, there's no
You
question.
want them to die without getting paid? Man, you piece
Hold the
of
fuck up.
shit. You're so pro wrestler.
At this point, that advertisement money is cherry on top. You know that that's not paying for for their contracts.
How
The
do you know?
Netflix deal alone is paying for their contracts by itself. Come on.
No, they're getting paid from these advertisements and you hate them for it.
No, and
You hate
again,
wrestlers' rights.
no more commercials, fine, whatever.
Hate
But
to
like
break
the
it to you
ring match,
people.
come
He's
on.
a Hulk Hogan fan. He
Oh,
thought Hogan
oh,
was right for
I want to
breaking
talk
up
about
the
that. I want to
union.
talk about that later. Oh man. I'm literally putting down my notes on as we're talking. So we open up with a great video package, honestly, like an amazing package that like straight up says wrestling is fake, but it's just a story like every other entertainment, which fair enough. Like I think that was a good call.
They did not outright say it was fake.
They said it was scripted.
It is
And
scripted.
they pretty much embraced the whole, you know how the joke is always, wrestling's fake, right? They embraced it. I'm not criticizing them for it. I'm saying that they did a good thing. Like, no, they pretty much straight up
They
said,
did it in a tasteful way.
yes, they disarmed anyone that might be turned off from wrestling because it's not real.
Well, it's
Uh,
because that's the biggest criticism. Why do you like watching wrestling? You're old. You shouldn't be liking wrestling. Well, you're old and you like fucking Kim Kardashian.
what's it called? I feel like you're directing that at somebody.
There's a lot of bitches out there that deserve it.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry. Dudes.
Fair enough. But okay, so opening video package was great. I would say even the Triple H's like
Did that
motto
one make
or
you
his
emotional?
yeah, I thought it was really good. Like the whole thing. Didn't you say like it got you like fired up or something?
Yeah, I was like, that's a really fucking good media package right there.
Yeah. I think I texted you, whoever wrote this deserves a raise. Um, and then it's almost not immediately undone, but under appreciated with the Rock promo because when we last saw The Rock, he was still very much heel Rock. Even back at Bad Blood, he did a 1, 2, 3 and then did like
Oh
a
yeah, that was another thing that I had. I was like, I was a little okay, so they're just nixing the whole rock deal.
well, but, like because like it's almost like in some aspects, hey, I need to be a good guy so people cheer me, and that includes in wrestling where we all know it's scripted, but I can't be a villain.
Yeah.
It's
But he
it,
was a
it
villain all last year.
no, but it's like Steven Seagal when he went on Saturday Night Live, remember where he was like, I can't be the butt of the joke. Like
Oh yeah.
like it's like that. Like it's almost it's not that bad, but it's almost on that same level of like hey, so millions of people are watching this, and I just had a movie that didn't do great, so I need to look as great as I can. So everyone cheer for me. Yes. Yes, face rock. This is what you people want.
I thought Red One actually did decent.
It did decent, but it didn't do rock numbers. Like
Oh.
anything, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Um, But and again, I don't like that because he almost immediately undercut like his feud. The biggest feud in WWE right now is not Rock Roman. It is Rock Cody. Like it would be. But he came out cutting a babyface promo, straight up thanked Cody, like which took the wind out of that, and then said, hey, thank Mama Rhodes. Like, the fuck is this? And Triple H has gone on record stating
Maybe he had a liaison with Mama Rhodes.
the ugh, what the fuck's wrong with you? That's Dusty's wife, you sick fuck. Um, but
Former
he,
wife.
well, Triple H straight up said that The Rock will come out and pretty much do whatever the fuck he feels like it because he's The Rock. Which, I mean, on one
Yeah.
side, I get it, but on the other side, like that will fuck with your internal storytelling, which has probably been the biggest improvement Triple H has made since taking over is
What?
consistent storytelling. So there was that. Any other notes from the Rock promo?
Uh, yeah, for me it was just a little weird because I mean I was just like I thought Rock's supposed to be the bad guy right now. Or I legitimately thought they were building for Rock Roman at WrestleMania or Rock Cody at WrestleMania. But
Everyone thought that.
but yeah, I mean fucking kind of just came out of left field.
Dude, everyone thought that, man. But yeah, so there was that. And then there was okay, so the Rock cut his promo. Didn't really amount to much other than happy to be here. And then we had Roman versus Solo Sikoa, which, it really felt like the most basic house show match ever. Like,
You know, like I thought it was a good match.
it felt basic, man. I feel like we've seen this same like match. Like, it reminded me
I felt like they needed to bleed.
they needed blood, but it felt like they never got out of second gear. Like basic chair spot. Like, how many times have we seen Solo wrap the chair around someone's neck and hit them
I
with
honestly feel like it's Solo. I feel like he's not like ring conditioned
Man, you might be right. You
because
might
he
be
looks slow out there.
you might be right. But I don't know, man. I thought this match reminded me a lot of the LA Knight Solo Sikoa street fight match that main evented here in Edinburgh when they did a house show.
Yeah,
Because it felt so basic. It felt like very safe, very basic. Here's the chair. Here are the two chairs that we're gonna use, and here's the table that we're gonna use.
yeah,
And oh look, the Bloodline 2000s interfering. Oh look, Sami Zayn and Jimmy and or Jay, I don't remember whichever fucker is, do the tightrope
Jimmy,
spot and save Roman, and then Roman gets the pin. Oh my God, I can't believe it
Jimmy.
again. Like it lacked oomph. It felt very basic to me.
Nah, I thought it was fine. I thought
Uh,
it was a decent opening match.
you're not wrong. It felt because also this feels like a story that should have been wrapped up a long time ago.
Yeah,
Which is a common theme in this whole goddamn show. Because up next, well, not up next, up next might be the best thing on the whole show was Cena's promo, which it was a lot like Rocks. It was kind of long, but at least gave us something to bite into.
yeah.
What do you think of this whole retirement tour?
Uh, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of retirement tours because I feel like it just takes away from everything else. And it's a real like, look at me, I'm retiring. I'm retiring. Look at me. Like if you're gonna retire, retire. But if you're making a whole deal about it, that's where I'm just like, you just want the attention on you.
I mean, but you don't think it kind of helps like the underlining, like the bottom dollar of it?
I mean, of course, you're gonna make money off of it, but me personally, I don't like that shit. Like who was it?
Flair?
Uh, no, there were some NBA players that were doing that shit. Dwayne Wade, I want to say did that. Like he said, like this is my last year, and then like a bunch of like arenas were doing like all this special shit for him, and that's where I was just like, what the fuck?
I
But yeah, I'm just not a fan of like announcing a whole fucking retirement tour. Like just retire.
I believe it. Like I could see why I can see why retirement tours are not like the best thing. Um Although I feel like it gives you at least a chance to say bye to the guy on the way out. I mean, it
He's not dying.
no, but like, hey man, like I'm going away. I'm not gonna be around for a minute.
But what if, okay, fair point. What if his last match, without announcing a retirement tour, he says at the very end, I'm retiring. Don't you think that would have a more profound effect?
I feel like it would be more of a shock value moment because like when Undertaker like put down his stuff after losing to Roman, like everyone thought, oh shit, he retired. Like people were like, oh man, like this was it, and no one knew. And I think it kind of bugged people a bit because it was like, oh, we kind of. I
Well,
think it would
guess
be nice
what?
to know.
Fuck him. If you're retiring, you're retiring.
Yeah, but it would be nice to know, like, okay, like what's the deal? Like he's going, like, I don't know.
But at that point, what does that person owe you? They've already given you everything that they are.
I'm not saying they owe us, but I'm saying that if they announce their retirement, I would rather they do that. I'd rather find
Don't you
out that
think
they're
that steals the show from everybody else?
no, if anything, to me at least, it enhances the show on some level. Like, look, if they did a pay-per-view every month, John Cena's final match in like Los Angeles, then yeah, okay, you know what? That would annoy me. But if he's like, hey man, it's my final year, let's fucking go. Oh, I didn't get behind that.
Oh, I mean, we'll see how they play it up. I'm just not a big fan of retirement tours. I'm a part of the group that I'm just like, dude, if you're gonna retire, just retire.
What's called? I think it's also just so that way people know the significance of what they're doing, maybe. Plus, also, I guarantee you there is a business aspect of this because it's like, okay, WWE just signed a major deal with Netflix. SmackDown's moving to 3 hours. Cena's retirement tour is gonna sell out every venue that he's in. Like they are. So business is 2025 might be the best single business year in WWE's history, and it will be for like a year. But yeah, so there's
It's gonna be
that.
interesting.
Yeah. And then after that we get Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan.
Great
Which
match.
what'd you think?
I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a pay-per-view level match.
I'll be honest with you. I actually thought it was much better than Roman versus Solo.
Yeah, it was entertaining. Well, it has a lot more oomph behind it.
Well, not just that. I feel like it was more like you didn't know what was going to happen. Like there was an argument to be made that Liv should win versus Rhea winning. Am I wrong?
No, I was like, they've had Rhea eat crow a little
Hmm.
long. I think it was time to give her a win.
Hmm. Um, what did you think of the post-match angle where Dominic kind of tries to get back with Rhea?
I mean, it plays right into his character.
Like, do you think for him it's like, oh, he'll be with a world champion, whomever it is, like that kind of way?
Oh, he's just a fucking sleazeball, dude.
I can get into it, but I kind of wish that they had followed up not with Liv, but with Dominic. I don't know.
Hey,
Do you
come
think
here.
do you think they would do Dominic versus Rhea?
Dominic versus Rhea. If we look at the track record of male versus female matches, they don't really do too well.
Yeah, but I mean, have we ever had someone as good as Rhea try to do it?
It's just it for me. I'm like, it's not gonna do well.
I don't know. I I wonder when they're gonna do it, if and when they're gonna do it. I'm really.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when the whole Judgment Day is gonna go away.
I don't think anytime soon, man. I think they're gonna be one of those staples that's just always gonna be there. There'll be times where they're like center stage and times where they're not. But I don't think they're going away anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think they're here to stay, which is funny because I like just to think that the Judgment Day started with Edge.
And then now he's in. Oh, you Edge? You mean Cope?
Oh, fuck off.
We'll talk about all that probably in a week or two.
That's the goofiest fucking name ever.
We'll talk about AEW in about a week or two. But okay, so Cena's promo, I thought Cena actually maybe cut the best promo. Oh wait, sorry, we jumped over to Rhea. Real quick, I think Cena cut the best promo of the night just because, yes, he did the whole thanking everyone, great to be here, hey everyone in the audience, but he at least gave us some substance. Um, yeah, at least he gave us something there. Uh,
Yeah.
Now, okay, I'm sorry. So jumping back to Rhea and Liv. It ended with Rhea. Undertaker came out, did the weird bike thing, and then they did, admittedly, kind of cool, Brothers of Destruction, arms up.
He came out to American Badass.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. He retired the Undertaker character. He says he'll come out as the American Badass, but he will not come out with the gloves and the hat. No more.
I like that. Because, I mean, American Badass is pretty much more of who he really is.
Yeah. It was kind of a test run of his character if he did jump to WCW, which apparently, like, it came close to happening. He was pissed at Vince for something. I don't even know what.
No,
Uh,
I like American Badass. I thought that was a good comeback.
um what's called, and I think that they should keep him, which funny enough, so well, I'll bring up Undertaker again in a minute. So we have Undertaker and then we have Drew versus Jay, which was fine. The crowd seemed a little tired for this match, or they weren't as up for this match.
Hmm.
Or am I wrong?
No, I could see that. But I felt like they were still into it. I think it's just because they're still building that story.
Well, supposedly Drew and Sami Zayn may be going to SmackDown for this whole portal thing.
Hmm.
That's the supposed rumor, is that Drew is going to SmackDown with Sami Zayn, and then Raw should be getting Cody. And then I would assume,
And Gunther's going to SmackDown.
yeah, I assume so. They didn't
Yeah,
mention,
you gotta put the WWE title on Raw.
well, Netflix, like for how much they're paying, they're gonna demand it. That's part of the
Hey,
problem. That's part of the problem when you have one show with one company and one show with the other company. Both are
yeah.
gonna demand, hey, we're paying you this much. We should get your best talent.
But they're both really good. Like Gunther's a solid fucking champ.
But okay, look me in the eyes and tell me that he sells as much shirts as Cody Rhodes.
He sells as much shirts as Cody Rhodes.
You're a dirty fucking liar and you know it.
But I also I don't think what's the word? I don't think hey, stop passing close. I don't think I don't not him, but I don't think WWE makes good shirts for him. There's some people they don't make good shit for. Like Cody, when he initially got into WWE,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, his stuff kind of sucked
When he returned, or do you mean way back in the day?
when he returned.
Oh yeah. Well, he still had his deal with Pro Wrestling Tees at the time.
Like, oh, well, that makes sense. But I was like, it was so fucking bland.
Yeah. Well, I also wonder if that was just because like they didn't want to like tell people he was coming back, so they kind of kept it under wraps. I don't know.
But you can't make designs.
I mean, you the more people that find out, the more likely it's gonna leak.
I mean, it was already rumored before WrestleMania 38 that he was
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah, but like imagine if a t-shirt design like leaks online. I don't know.
Yeah.
And besides, that was still like during the Vince era. That was like a tail end of the Vince era. Um,
Yeah. But
but
yeah, Drew and Jay I thought was fine. I just think they're still fleshing that story out.
mhm. Oh, didn't Drew declare for the Rumble? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm assuming so. He doesn't have a fucking title.
I'm pretty sure he declared. Punk declared. Cena, Punk, and Drew declared. I know that.
I mean, we'll see how Punk does. I mean, that's where he got injured last time.
I mean, goddamn, I would laugh my ass off if he gets injured again on the way out. Just Jesus.
I will say this about Punk. He seems a lot happier in WWE
He does.
than he did in AEW.
He does. He does. Let me see.
And you hate that, don't you?
I
Aren't you like, why couldn't you be happy with us?
I'm more like
You suck.
I'm tired. I'm just tired of it at this point.
Is it because you work with fucking children?
That's because I have a child.
Get it?
And they're exhausting.
Did you
I,
get the callback that I said?
the what? No, what? Oh,
Did
yes.
you
No,
under
that I
did you
work with
understand the
children.
callback?
Yes, yes. And unlike other children, mine shits himself. God damn. I literally held him, changed
And
his
he was like,
diaper.
"Fuck you."
He looked me in the eyes and he re-pooped his pants. I was like, ah, okay.
He's like, "You're gonna like it too.
All
You're
right.
gonna clean it up, and then you're gonna call me adorable.
I'm like, ah, God damn it, you
Just
run my
wait till you take off my diaper. I'm gonna piss in your face too."
dude. He clipped me 3 times already. He didn't get me in the face, but he's clipped my hands and my shoulders.
That's why. So when you take off the diaper, you
Oh.
kind of take it off real quick and then put it right back on to see if you're gonna walk into some warning shots.
I was like, no, God, oh no, no. Yeah. Nah, he's adorable. Fuck man. But yes, okay, so we have that. That all happened. Drew and Jay. And then we get we get something hilarious. I thought it was funny. Hulk Hogan comes out
Random
to a chorus of, well, his beer is one of the sponsorships. The Real American.
Real American beer.
Yeah, that's his.
I'm a real. I know Hulk Hogan kind of sucks. I know. No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But man,
Oh yeah.
his theme still fucking hits. The slow-mo one hits. I'm not a big fan of the one they play in the arenas because they start off with the bam 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 bam. I think to
I'm
get the full effect, you need that I'm a real American. Like that's where I'm like, that's the fucking theme right there.
I, mm, I've never heard. I don't think I've ever heard of the slow version. I've only ever heard the real one.
Oh,
The
the slow version, it just starts off with a slow I'm a real American, fight for the rights of every man.
when have they ever used it?
That I think it's just the one that they put on CDs.
Hmm. You know, that would not be a bad way to
Yeah, fucking go dark in the arena and then boom, yellow and red.
Oh, well, uh, okay, quick question. If Hulk Hogan died tomorrow, who would you give his theme to? If you could like recycle the theme, who would you give it to? I know who I would say.
Chad Gable?
Fuck yeah, Chad Gable. Imagine it's coming out to Real American, but like with red, white, and blue, not red and yellow.
Well, did you see Cody Covington come out to it was one of the recent UFC pay-per-views. He came out with Hulk Hogan
Mhm.
carrying a fucking American flag, and he came out to the Hulk Hogan theme song.
No. Did he lose?
Yeah.
Ooh, how bad?
He got a it was a doctor stoppage. He had a nasty gash on his forehead.
No, let him fight till he's dead. Come on.
Well, I think they were fighting in New York. New York's very strict about that.
Yeah, pansy ass. Um, but what's it called? So Hulk
Yeah,
comes
so Hogan comes out.
chorus of boos. It was hilarious. Which someone actually said, and I agree with this. Look, Hulk Hogan came out and he got booed. Taker came out and he got cheered. It has nothing to do with politics. People just fucking hate Hulk Hogan right now.
Yeah. But the people that the small minority that actually don't like Taker because of his political views, I'm
Mhm.
like, dude, get over it. There's gonna be people that your heroes like that you don't like.
Yeah. Uh,
At the end of the day, what you let affect you, that's on you.
yeah. Well, like just vote with your dollar like I do. Like for example, I don't. Okay, look, Undertaker was my hero growing up. Hardcore Trump supporter. I just don't buy any of his merch. I'm not gonna be like, I hate Taker forever. No, I still watch his matches. I
You
just
have
don't.
several of his shirts.
No, I don't.
Eddie, I've seen you buy his shirts. You even have a MAGA hat.
You're a filthy fucking liar, and I will slit your throat with a goddamn Harris Waltz mug that I bought.
What would you do if I bought your if I bought Ollie a miniature MAGA hat?
I would legitimately go to my barbecue pit and light it on fire.
That's not
I'm not joking. I would light that bitch on fire. Like,
You know,
nope.
I did that to a Cowboys hat.
You lit a baby cowboy's hat on fire?
No, like a fitted Cowboys hat. I lit it on fire.
Why?
So an ex of mine had bought it for me. She was a huge Cowboys fan. And I was
Ooh.
like, I'll only wear it because you bought it for me. That's the only reason.
You wore it?
Yeah. Dude, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh fuck, I hope no one sees me. I don't give a shit.
So
And
you wore a cowboy? Are there pictures?
no. And then we broke up and I sent that thing to the fucking barbecue pit.
Oh
And that
man,
was an expensive hat too. It was like $40.
fuck. I had no idea. Well, like no, dude. Like I mean, I'm not saying you have to be like, don't see me, but like if okay, if my girlfriend were to buy me like a New York Giants hat, I'd be like, I love you. I can't wear this.
Oh, well, that's you.
It's not.
You're
It's
still a Cowboys fan and they're horrible. And Jerry Jones made money off of poor people during the freeze. And
you're.
you accept that.
And did your guy get like a bunch of hand jobs from a bunch of like massage workers that were like basically human
They were
trafficking?
just doing their job. That's his
Human
motto.
trafficking
Do your
victims?
job.
I can play this game too, Fernie. Oh, speaking of which, what do you think? Folks, we're gonna sidetrack for just a slight moment. Robert Kraft already fired your head coach. Is it just me, or was that a little quick?
No, I didn't understand why they gave Gerard Mayo the head coaching position in the first place. He barely had started really coaching like a year or two. I
Uh,
was like,
didn't
when
you
they
say?
announced him as the head coach, I was like, I get it. I mean, I love Gerard as a player. He was an awesome player. But I mean, I was just like, that's a little fucking premature.
But didn't you say that he kind of almost had in his contract that he was the next man up after Bill?
I guess, but I mean, I just think they gave him way too much too soon.
Fair.
And hey, this organization's used to winning. Like,
But like I feel like he needed some time though. Like give him some time to build his team. Give him 3 seasons. If after 3 seasons you're
I
still
think they were also pissed because I'm pretty sure they told him to lose
Mhm.
so that they could get the number one pick, and they won. And so they dropped down to number four.
So shit, then I hope he sues them for that because that Miami tried pulling that shit and that resulted in a big ass lawsuit.
But I mean, it's also just you never know. Like,
I mean,
I do think they gave him too much too soon. Like, the guy really hasn't coached anywhere else.
well also like coaching and being a player are two very different things. It's very different when something comes naturally. But this is not to say like I'm not an NFL player, but this is just an example, right? I always said I don't think I'd make a good English teacher because for me, writing comes naturally. I don't know how to teach you to write. I just know how to do it. Like, how do I teach
To
you
be
how to
honest, they teach you how to teach. It's not, they don't just stick you in a classroom and say, hey, good luck out there.
I you're not wrong. I would have no idea how to translate like how do you translate imagination? I don't yeah.
Keep writing. You start off with a sentence, you add on. Don't care if it's ridiculous. You keep going.
See, there's where your skills outweigh mine. I don't have the ability to teach, and I have respect for anyone that does.
Huh.
Yeah. But so Hulk Hogan gets booed out of the arena. And it's funny because he knows he's getting booed. You kind of see it like he's like having to react to like the crowd.
But
And,
he's a consummate professional.
and he tries being like, yeah, remember when I tagged with all those other wrestlers that you love, like Andre the Giant and Macho Man Randy Savage? They're still booing him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, the best tag team partners of all is Netflix. Still got booed.
Yeah.
And it's at this point that I noticed something. I had to go back and check it, and I was right. After The Rock's opening promo, you see a bunch of the chairs on the hard cam side of the arena empty. Like, though you can tell those were all executives, and right after The Rock's promo, they all fucked off. And
I'm not surprised.
that annoyed me.
Yeah, because I mean, you're a real wrestling fan. Like you know what you would do like for those seats. We've seen what you did for seats before, Eddie. Come on.
Hey man, no one has to know about it. Nikki doesn't know
We
about it.
got the videos.
You sick fuck. But God, it's gonna be weird when Oliver sees this. Oliver, look, me and your uncle joke a lot, okay? This is the first podcast I'm doing post your birth. We joke around a lot, but I love you so much. You know your uncle's like he's a dumbass, but we love him. Christ. Uh
Can't wait to give him his first cigarette.
he better be 21. Or wait,
Be
18.
like, be like grandpa
Did my
and
dad
lie to your dad about it.
didn't
Yeah, that was a good one.
that was a good one. Did my dad start smoking cigarettes when he was 8?
I don't know, probably. It
I
was a
was
different
young.
time, man. You gotta be cool.
He started drinking beer when I think he had his first sip of alcohol when he was 8.
It was a different time.
It was. He was on a duck hunting trip or something like that. Christ.
Come on. You got a little sip, a little sippy sip.
Jesus. But we have that. But okay. So we got that.
Hogan gets booed out of the arena. We get a tease for Penta.
And they finally confirmed it. Good for him. Good for him. I hope he enjoys himself. I also watching this Raw made me realize why prefer AEW over WWE so much. I
Oh,
learned
here we
something.
go.
And
You
yes,
like less fans in the arena, we know.
look, you can call it bias. That's fine. I think I
It's
realized.
bias. It's a clear bias.
Yeah, it is clear bias. No, and I admit it, but I part of it is trying to understand why am I so biased against it. Like you know what I'm saying, right? If you don't like something, okay, what bugs me about this that makes me not like it? And
Okay.
it was at this point I kind of noticed why. I think I figured it out. I think it's because of how corporate and polished it is. I'm not saying AEW is a small mom and pop promotion. They're not. But I think I prefer the look of that versus super polished branding. I think I prefer, you know, the rebels and we're gonna try different things to see what works versus
You're that kid in middle school that started liking metal because it's cool and my parents don't like it and I want to be dark and mysterious.
I'm
That's
that kid.
you.
I'm
That's
that
you in
kid.
a nutshell.
No, I like that it's different. And I like that it fails sometimes.
Yeah, mom, I'm different. Don't you
Shut the
get
fuck
it?
up.
I'm
Shut the fuck up.
different.
Look, it's
I'm
like
down there, 2 Chains.
look, it's like McDonald's versus like a mom and pop place or fucking Whataburger. One of them is better than the other. One is bigger than the other, definitely. One is a clear number one, like
You're
nationally.
telling me you would take a mom and pop's place chicken nuggets over McDonald's?
Yes. You wouldn't?
No. McDonald's has perfected that goddamn formula.
No, it's standardized that formula. It's like, okay, would you rather have a chicken
Not
McNugget?
everything that's standardized is bad.
No, but the it means the quality, the roof of the ceiling is only this. Have you ever seen Chef, the movie with
Yes, of
Bradley
course
Cooper?
I've seen Chef.
Remember that part where he says, "You know what people love Burger King? It's not because it's different or original.
That's
It's
not Chef.
standard." No, not Chef. I'm sorry. What was it? It was the one with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, it's some fucking kitchen one.
I thought it was called Chef.
No, the one Chef is with John Favreau.
Oh, that's a different one. Okay, fair enough. Um, but anyway, yeah, there's that one part where he says people are Burger King because it's standardized. You know what you're getting. It will only ever
Yeah.
be.
And you hate Burger and he's like telling her like you hate Burger King because it's consistent.
Yeah. Well, not just that it's consistent. Consistency is fine, but it will only ever be this. Like it will not change too much, if that makes sense. Like I
And
doubt.
you hate WWE because you just want to be cool.
Fuck you.
You
Uh,
want to be one of the guys that says when AEW gets bigger, I was fucking there since the beginning.
I mean, I have been there
I
since.
rooted against WWE.
What do you mean, what do you mean, when they get bigger? They just signed the second biggest television deal in history, only behind WWE.
You could sign the biggest television deal in history. Doesn't mean you're gonna survive.
Mm.
WCW had a whole fucking network behind them.
No, they were never profitable. Eric Bischoff ran that thing into the ground. The difference was Tony Khan, he hedges his money and reinvests. He only has to worry about AEW,
He
where
edges?
he hedges.
Oh, I thought you said he edges. I was like, I can see that.
Jesus. He no, he hedges the money against AEW and keeps it within company versus WCW where it was an extension of Time Warner Cable, meaning you have to give back a lot of the money that you're making even if you are making a profit, which I don't think they ever did. I think they always spent more money than they made.
No, I think they made a profit. I think it just got to the point where he was giving people too many guaranteed contracts
That's true.
and it started just getting stale because they just kept putting the same guys over and over and over.
Yeah.
You know, like AEW.
Fuck yourself. We're gonna talk about them next time on the podcast in 2 weeks.
No, we could talk about it right now. We got
Oh
plenty
no,
of time.
I want you to watch the first AEW on HBO Max
I
and then
did watch it. It was okay.
it was okay.
It's nothing different. No,
Mhm.
it's a simulcast. They're broadcasting on TV and Max.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just waiting for them to put all of their episodes on Max. The same way with WWE. WWE is missing a ton of Raw episodes.
I think it's gonna take time because when you upload so much, like realistically, how many people go back and watch every single episode? So you
True, but
so
I
you have
mean,
to
you're supposed to fucking put it on there if you're gonna have Raw on there.
no, but the thing is you have to justify it to the computer guy that's like, why am I gonna give
Yay.
30 servers
Oh.
for something that no one's ever gonna watch? Like that's they have
They
to.
asked for your fucking opinion. That's why.
Hey, are you wrong? No, I'm just letting you know what's going on. But okay, so Hulk Hogan cuts his promo, gets booed out of the arena, fucking hilarious. And then we get what I think was fair to call the match of the night, but a match I feel like
A WrestleMania level match.
I feel like they never got out of third gear. I feel like they had so much more.
Oh, here we go.
No, okay, look, this
Here
is
we
the match.
go.
Hold on, shut the fuck up. This is the match that they should have given Punk and Seth. I would love it if they had given them give them 30 minutes with blood. Like, let them go all the way. This is clearly a
This isn't Moxley, Dito.
huh?
Moxley's not in the building with a fucking blade ready to fucking blade himself like a psychopath.
But okay, tell me
What, did you say blood, Tony?
this,
No, Moxley, I
okay,
didn't say blood.
okay, tell me this, tell me this, tell me this. Does
Oh,
this
there's your
feel
addiction.
like the culmination of a blood feud, or does this feel like the first round?
I feel like it's the first round.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It felt like a first round match.
Well, I mean,
It was
it is the
good. I'm
first
not
round.
gonna
They
say it
haven't
was bad.
fought,
It was good.
but they haven't fought in WWE.
Hmm. I know, but I'm watching this
Well,
and I'm thinking to myself,
let me rephrase. They haven't fought since Punk came back. They have
yeah,
fought before, but they haven't fought since Punk came back.
way back. But yeah, I think my only thing with this match was like, fuck, this feels like a round one match. It does not feel like a round two or three.
I mean, that's good because I want this story to play out. I
But
feel like they have more to tell with this story.
but wasn't Punk versus Drew one better? I know it's
Uh,
because
no.
when Punk and Drew had their match, you knew it was part one of a three-part series. You knew it going in. But
I
the
think it's
first
also because they had very different styles. I think Seth and Punk have very similar styles.
Mhm.
Like Drew is more of the brute fucking I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and you're gonna see them beating the shit out of you. And Seth and CM Punk are more of the same person.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I thought that that was a really good like tease for what they could have at WrestleMania.
What's called but okay, now let me ask you this. So do you think um but do you think that they're gonna? they're gonna make it to Mania? Do you think it's gonna be a title, or what do you think is gonna happen?
Do I think they're gonna make it to Mania? I don't know, man. It's because it's hard to be like Gunther drops the title to him.
Hmm.
And it's hard to be like Cody drops because no one wants to see Cody drop the title. That's the one thing people don't want to see.
But see, then
But
who?
it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah. I feel like there's a problem with Cody and the WWE title that it feels like only him, Roman, and Rock can hold that championship. It doesn't feel like anyone else can. Maybe Punk.
I feel
Maybe
like the problem with Cody is that he had such a great storyline with Roman that it is so hard to fucking book him with a bad guy. Because the one thing it's gonna get compared to is Roman.
you're not wrong, but I feel like there's been such a lack of like legitimate contenders because I have not since Roman, I have not seen anyone challenge Cody for the title that I believed, oh yeah, they've got a chance. No one.
Owens?
Nope.
No, Owens is he's a company guy.
He Owens is the perennial bridesmaid.
That hurts.
Am I wrong?
Always the always bridesmaid, never the bride.
Am I wrong? He hasn't held a WWE championship since what, 2016?
That was the U.S. title, right? That was the last one they held.
No, 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 the Universal title. He hasn't held it since 2016.
Oh, a major belt. No, I was talking about like a belt in general.
Oh, no, dude, no. That's why I always say like I feel like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owen and Finn Balor, like they should have been multi-time world champions by now.
I like him. I do.
Mhm.
It's just hard. It's hard to take Sammy as a world title guy.
Mankind.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Mankind won the title once. Oh no, not once. He won it like what, twice?
I think was it twice or three times?
It was two or three times.
He beat Austin at SummerSlam and then he won it once on Raw. I know that.
Yeah, it was like two or three times.
Yeah.
But he was never gonna be the guy that they're like, this is the guy.
That's fair. But like, dude, give him like a at least a short run with it or something. Like there are stories you can tell. Put it on Sammy and then run back Sammy versus Owens, but have Sammy be the bastard and turning on Owens. Like something like that.
I I I think I don't know, maybe one day he holds a belt, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen, to be honest.
I think the
But
closest he ever came was against Roman.
yeah, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
But okay, yeah. So we have Seth versus Punk, relatively a good match. The Raw, I've seen some comparisons calling it online. It felt like a really, really, really star-studded house show. And it's kind of hard to disagree because like the wrestling, there was not enough wrestling on this. What do you think?
No, there wasn't enough wrestling. But I understand why there wasn't enough wrestling because it's the first show on Netflix. They're trying to build it up. They're gonna have a bunch of executives there. They need to fucking play it up for the people. And that's how it's gonna be. It's a glorified publicity stunt.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh the second Raw, I'm more curious to see. All right, we got the whole initial, this is the first Raw on Netflix. That's out of the way. Let's see how we do now.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine with Triple H, it's still gonna be good. I just hope that The Rock doesn't throw too many curveballs at them with like changing storylines and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first Raw's in the bag. I don't think it did everything I was expecting, if I'm being honest, but it was good. It was above fine.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was good for what it was. I know people have like all these preconceived notions like, oh, they're gonna say fuck. They're gonna say fuck on Netflix. And they were never gonna say fuck.
They said dumbass once or a couple.
Yeah, they're gonna drop more soft curse words. The hard curse words, I mean, are the top of the top is fuck, but they're never gonna drop fuck. They're gonna drop like damn, ass,
Shit.
bitch, shit, probably.
Like, holy shit, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, like they're gonna talk more like a normal person,
Yeah.
not having to bite their tongue.
Yeah. Fair.
Like, but like the people that had that preconceived notion, like, oh man, they're gonna really curse. Like we're back in the Attitude Era. We're never going back to the Attitude Era.
Because it's not
Never.
as profitable, guys.
No, it's not. It's not that it's not. Oh yeah, it's not as profitable. Like it was profitable back then because of the demographic.
Yeah. But no, but I'm saying like
But
it's not, it wouldn't be
but
as
like now you have way more people that watch this product. Was it?
yeah. No, true. Um, but okay. So this Raw, what would you rate it? Scale of 0 to 10.
Uh, for what it was, I give it an 80, a B.
Okay, sounds good. I think I'd give it a 7. It was above fine.
Always gotta give it a fucking grade lower than what I do.
Yeah,
Always gotta fucking do it.
not always.
Fucking AEW shield over here.
Fuck you. Okay. Uh,
How much is Daddy Tony paying you?
not enough. Honestly, if AEW, okay, let me ask you this quick question. If AEW offered us a check to just bury WWE every week and talk up AEW, would you take it?
I don't know, dude. I see people on TikTok hyping up dumbass movies all the time. Well, there's a movie that they're hyping up right now. Oh, the one with the monkey, Robbie Williams movie, Better Man.
Oh, I kind of want to see that one.
I just don't like it when I see sponsored ad or creator gets compensation at the bottom
Yeah.
because I'm like, dude, you don't fucking like that movie. You're being paid money to fucking say. Like, there's one that started off with, "This is the most groundbreaking not autobiography, biographical movie I've ever seen." I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I mean,
Just with claims like that, I was like, go fuck yourself.
see, that's what I always hate, like one of the greatest films of our time. It's like, no, no, no. If someone says this is a really good movie, you have my attention. But the second
Yeah.
that they're like career defining performance, I'm already assuming it's not good because you're lying to me.
It's just hard. Like, it's just hard for me to take a lot of movie reviews on TikTok seriously, especially when they have to have that creator earns compensation from it or sponsored underneath. I'm like, well, now I don't trust your fucking judgment at all.
Yeah.
You're
Mm-mm.
getting paid for this. You could be lying to me for all I care.
You didn't see the movie. They gave you the preconceived script, which, I mean, if we ever get big enough someday, fuck, we might be those sellouts, but hey, at least our mortgages are paid.
Fuck yeah, I'll be a sub. Give me a good like if a check says 20 grand on there, yeah, yeah. I'll say it's a great fucking movie. I had a best time watching it.
Oh man. How much would we have to make a week for you to like quit your job and we do this full time?
50.
50K a week?
No. Uh, how much would we have to make a week?
Where we're just reviewing movies and wrestling like every week. Like that's all we do.
Fuck. Like in all honesty, at least like 2 grand a week.
All right, I can see that. All right, so
That would be the bare minimum, because that would match more than what I'm making at my teaching job.
yeah. All right, so
Because two times four is would be 8 grand.
yeah.
So that means I'd be making a little more than double
You'd
what
be
I'm
making
making it
a
teaching.
little over 100K a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so between you, me, Chema, we'd have to be making at least 300K a year for all of us to do this full time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see what we can do. But all right,
I mean, if we could fucking do it, sure. But to AEW, I did watch it. Don't get me wrong. There's AEW has a lot of good wrestling.
yeah,
My biggest gripes with AEW is that a lot of it is not accessible.
Hmm.
Like you have to really love AEW to be like, I'm gonna fucking drop 65 or $60 on a pay-per-view,
Hmm. Well,
like to watch the pay-per-views.
yeah.
I don't know if it's changing with Max. Is it changing with Max?
Yes. So they're going to be offered at a deep discount, and then I think next year they'll be included on Max.
Look, see, and that's even another deal. Like deep discount, sure. Like I'm sure it is a deep discount from $60, but like it's hard because most people are already used to WWE. Hey, you
Streaming.
signed up for WWE Network or Peacock, you get the pay-per-view when it comes out.
Yeah. Well, as I understand it, that was part of the negotiations. The problem was preconceived contracts. It's the same issue with Pro Wrestling Tees,
Yeah.
why only certain shirts are offered at house shows or at AEW shows. They have a contract with Pro Wrestling Tees that's still in effect. I think as time goes on, AEW will get more accessible with merchandise and with their shows.
Like
But
I know a lot of people don't like, or that's one of the biggest gripes that WWE like doesn't really allow people to sell things like through pro wrestling tees.
yeah,
But you also have to remember it's there's these wrestlers are still getting a cut. It's just
yeah,
not as big of a cut.
yeah.
But when you have those shirts available at shows,
Mhm.
the money adds up. And
Oh, I agree.
at least for me, like when we went to the AEW show, I was kind of like, wow, they don't really got anything like to buy, like for
It's a
shirt
common
wise.
complaint. It's a common complaint.
Like the only shirt that I liked, and it was kind of like it was an okay shirt, was Edge's shirt, the Adam Copeland shirt.
Yeah. It
But
was,
like most of the time, all they sell is their AEW like brand. That's
yeah.
it.
Mm-mm. No.
But I mean AEW, we'll see how it does. I think it's gonna get a lot more eyes on it now that it's gonna be available on streaming and people could catch up on old episodes, on old pay-per-views, which they still need to add that. They need to add the older pay-per-views. They only added 2019.
Yeah, I think they'll slowly re-add them in because again, it's not
Yeah.
their current contracts, man. I don't think they realize how crippling those contracts were going to be. At the beginning, they probably seemed great, but right now there's some exclusivity contracts that they have
Mm.
with Bleacher Report and Byte.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's who they were releasing their pay-per-views with Bleacher Report.
Well, because right now
Wasn't Bleacher Report on Max?
it's yes, but they're separate. It's like
A separate whole deal?
yes, it's like they work with Max, but they're their own company. And you can buy
Uh,
the old pay-per-views, but they're on Bleacher Report. So if you put
mm,
them on Max, Bleacher Report takes a big hit. So you have to wait for that contract to run out and then you can import everything. But it's gonna take time.
mm.
But give it time, it'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of 11 Count. We're welcome to be back. Happy New Year.
Before we get off,
Mhm.
let's at least talk about Edge changing his fucking name from Adam Copeland to Cope.
Look, man. What do you think first? I want you to go off, and then I'll give my 2 cents.
When I saw it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Cope? What are you? What the fuck, dude? Like having Adam Copeland, it sounds like a rock star.
Hmm.
Like the rated R superstar Adam Copeland, that sounds like a fucking rock star. But you want to go by Cope? Like I was like, I know it was his idea
Yeah,
because he got the patent for it.
yeah.
But I'm like, man, Jesus Christ.
Look, man. Okay, real quick. I want to give context for this next part. I Ollie was born on New Year's Day at 1:13 p.m., right? So obviously I was busy that day when they did the first simulcast. I was gonna watch it, but I had a baby. So
You
I
can
was at
watch
the
it
hospital.
in the hospital.
I had a screaming baby to try and take care of. My wife who needs to recover. Like I didn't have time.
Hey, I
I wa-
get it. You're trying to sleep, but I need you to watch him. I'm trying to watch AEW here.
I
Quit
did
being lazy.
I did watch it that night, but it was a couple hours later. But here's the thing that threw me off. So I'm on my phone while I'm taking care of Ollie, and I'm
Uh-huh.
scrolling, and I see that it says like someone on Facebook is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this mistake" or whatever. And I thought it was a mistake. I thought like someone typed it in wrong, right? It was one of those like insert wrestler name here, talent name or whatever, right? I thought that was a mistake. I was like, "Oh man, that sucks. That's stupid." I didn't think it was his actual name. I found out later that he was actually going by Cope, not Copeland, Cope.
Yeah, when I heard the announcer say it, I was like, that's what stupid fucking name.
I think if he had done it right after he left WWE, he had arrived and he was like, "Oh my God, that's Cope, the rated R superstar Cope." I think that
Yeah.
worked.
But like once people are already used to like you saying Adam Copeland, like it's really stupid.
That's three name changes in 2 years. I don't think it's a good idea. I think he should have kept Adam Copeland.
The rated R superstar
Cope.
Cope. Oh,
I get it. I don't agree.
oh well.
But
And then they're gonna probably put the belt on him
I think it's a smart call. Eventually put the belt on him.
instead of their homegrown guys. Let's put it on an ex WWE guy
Or,
again.
or the rumor might be that might Darby Allin might be the one to take it off John, which I don't hate that one. I think Darby's a good
Mhm.
call.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's a homegrown guy. Might as well fucking put it on him.
Him or Daniel Garcia. I wouldn't hate that. We'll talk about that Dynamite. There's a couple things from the first Dynamite that I'm like, okay, I like that multiple people are gunning. Like we got a promo from Switchblade, one from MJF, one from Darby Allin. Like we got a bunch of people saying like we're coming after that fucking title. Like I like that.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, next week's Gauntlet's gonna get interesting.
All
But
right.
yeah, Fernie, want to take us out?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the 11 count, where me and Eddie sit and bitch about wrestling, which we know absolutely nothing about. Thank you for joining us. Please check us out wherever you get your podcast needs. Look for us at the Rollback on YouTube, Google, Apple, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcast needs. We are there. But yeah, that's about it for the 11 count, everybody. I'm Fernie,
I've been Eddie.
and let's ring the fucking bell.